I don't remember.
No,
I'm not gonna lie,
And
that sounds awesome.
it's a dungeon thing.
we're live.
Yeah, yeah.
God, I met
Rogen.
them at Twitch.
You know that-
I'm not gonna go any further because we're live. But ladies and gentlemen,
We're talking
Good
about
it's
fun
fine.
games to play.
Hey, Rogen,
Yeah.
do you remember the name of that roguelike where you date your weapons?
Boyfriend Dungeon.
Yeah!
that's the one.
That one is so good.
Boyfriend Dungeon is great. Anyway, hi. Hello.
Hi.
I'm here now.
Spiffy's here now.
Speaking of games that are fun to play, we're here.
With a
Yeah.
new improved homebrew system to give your superhero antics a little more oomph and a little more danger. Because there
I like
wasn't
it.
enough danger.
Long story short, Rosen wasn't killing us at a fast enough rate, so we had to make the game tougher.
We were too buff. We were too good.
Yeah,
Seems legit.
our dice were too good, so Rogen has said, "Fuck you."
Totally
we're not making
sounds
the
like
system
us.
harder.
Yeah.
Weird.
No,
Pretty
that's actually what it was. It doesn't seem like it, but Corey was actually like, you guys aren't even just beating up henchmen, you're beating up villains. It's not working.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're beating,
no,
we were
you-
beating bosses way too
You
simply.
were bodying villains. This wasn't even like fair.
Because we have the muscles, the nanomachines, and the American spirit, the true American spirit.
No, the dice
mean-
system just wasn't designed for combat.
Meat.
There's a reason
I
Taskmaster
forget,
is so
did we
hard to
need
beat.
like a shit zillion D6s for this game now?
Yes,
Okay, one
Yep.
moment.
that's what I was just doing.
Mm-hmm.
Digging through dice
You
bags to
need
find all my
exactly
D6s.
a shit zillion D6s.
Well, I have 12. That'll have to be good enough.
Wait, did you say 12?
Yeah.
That's on the low end, but it could work.
For color purposes, I have 12.
I currently have 22 D6s in my dice tray.
Oh wait, but it's Chrome. It's
If I have to, I have like a gazillion D6s in Snow's dice bag, so I might have to break those out.
What the fuck did I just do?
It's gonna be a good
I don't
time.
know how I turned my camera off, but okay.
Is that enough?
So, question: progress in this system, I'm assuming, is going to work like it did Mouse Guard after some certain number of successes or whatever that particular thing gets better.
Whenever I tell you.
What the DM says.
Whenever
So it's milestone leveling. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
whenever the DM decides that it's far enough along the story that you need an increase.
We're going back to we're going back to good old checkpoint based leveling up. Got it.
I do milestones too. It's the best way to fucking deal with XP hog players.
It's
True.
the best way to tell a story.
It really
It really is. Like I've played a few XP based games and they're fun, but they do encourage fighting.
True.
Yeah.
Murder Hobo what?
A lot of people farm XP a
It's
little
like-
too hard.
It's like why would I obviously discuss this obviously discussion based scenario when I can plant my axe into this guy's head and get XP?
And
True,
the most common
true.
argument against that is, oh well, DMs can reward experience for RP based stuff as well, and they can, but no DM ever actually remembers to.
Corey, you're frozen.
I'm also trying to deal with
Thing
a
is,
cat
even when I
who is
remember-
protesting and is eating mouse wires right now.
Ah.
Thing is, even when I do remember to give XP out for like dialogue based stuff, the problem is players are just going to be like, do I want to spend 1 hour debating with this thing, or 20 minutes putting my axe through it for the same amount of XP?
Till
and then
you
like,
are
X.
Yep.
reverbing big time for me.
Oh, my
Yeah.
apologies.
His PC was built in a cave with a box of scraps.
Give me a minute. Let me see. Let me see what I. Well, no, I'm on holidays right now. I'm not on my usual gear. My apologies for that. I'll see what I can do.
Is it
I feel like
capturing
that-
the webcam?
I don't think that one has
No.
a web.
It's just the microphone's ass.
Ah,
I feel like that microphone in particular needs a new cord that connects it to the computer because it's fine sometimes and horrible other times.
but well,
It's actually just It's very dependent on position and where I am with regards to it.
Oh, okay.
but now that we're here and back, yes, we are doing same old game, same characters, aside from Spiffy, who is brand new to the game. But we are doing a revamp to our system. Previously on other episodes, we did setups for kids on brooms, kids on bikes, a little homebrew of that. And while it was good for storytelling and it was good for skill checks in that sort of area, wasn't really great for combat. Combat was always very one-sided. There wasn't any sort of like opposition to it. The opposition was, did your roll suck? And if not, you passed. So we're changing things up. I went through, I sort of mouse guarded everything. As mouse guard system is very interactive and has, I would say, a combat system that can definitely work here, as we may see tonight if any combat happens. But if you take a look on the character cards, you now see people have stats showing, as the stats aren't going to increase every time somebody rolls max on whatever dice that they have. So now everybody has a set number of dice. When people do go up, I will say that, like, when you do level up and whatnot, those stats level up as well. They all go up by 1. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, so the last time we were together, Dr. Byron Masterson finally made an appearance, as he was doing a bit of a checkup and, I guess you could say, fatherly talk to Louis about what had happened with him and trying to help him through the ordeal of almost nuking Perkins. On the other side of things, Condor found out that the Mastersons have a line of robotic cars, apparently. Frankie took up drifting as a new vice. Street racing technically, but yes, and has a car provided to her by Bradley, of all people.
I know. I know. I'm prepared.
The not much really happened in terms of planning the heist, but for a bit of morale and because he was pretty much asked to sequester himself at the dorm for a while because things were still a little bit hot. Condor ran a bit of a monster movie marathon, like the old style monster movies. Okay, Malls, thank you. I got really confused there. I thought it said Malls just gifted 22 subs. I was going to say, Jesus Christ. But thank you for the gift subs, Malls. Yeah, it had a bit of a monster movie marathon, like the old school monsters. And those who did catch a glimpse of it, they did see Frankie and Bradley sort of like snuggled up to each other with Bradley's arm over Frankie. You wanted to give advantage to a random player. Okay, I think I can make that work in this one. Since we technically don't have advantage in, say, the game, what I'll let you do is on your next roll, you can roll your dice twice and take the better successes. In this system, successes on your d6s are 4, 5s, and 6s. If you get all successes on dice, something good happens. If you get all fails on dice, something bad happens. Just keep that in mind. All right, Spiffy. Spiffy gets technical quote unquote advantage for tonight.
Gift for the new kid.
Meat. New meat.
Yeah, I guess he's not really a
Fresh
kid.
meat.
He's older than all of us in character.
How old is your
Meat.
character?
36.
God,
Fresh
he's so
meat.
Ancient.
old.
God, so old.
So old. He's,
Fuck all of
he's one of
you.
them. Hey, look, when you're 22, everyone seems old,
Mhm.
especially in your 30s. I mean,
So,
Jesus.
as we
God,
pick up
imagine being
today,
30.
a couple days have passed. Everybody has just been relaxing, resting up, just getting over all of the trauma that sort of happened the past couple days. Probably about a day after the monster movie marathon, Frankie, you see that Gemma comes back.
And then she just runs and just gives her the biggest hug. She's like, dude, you have no idea how boring it's been without you here.
I wish I could come back sooner, but things were tied up.
I get it.
Undo the mess that was that parade and everything else, it's just a lot to handle.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, we've been kind of stuck here. Not really been able to do much of anything. Like there was a monster movie marathon. We've been we've been kind of trying to keep up with the news to see what's going on. Perkins is doing okay after everything. But we're
Sorry, what happened to Perkins?
You were here for that, weren't you?
No, I was not.
I
Oh,
thought
no.
wait, no, I thought she was.
No.
No.
Okay. Never mind. No, there was an incident, however, everyone is okay.
An incident.
Mostly.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty hard to harm Perkins in a way that you need to tell me that she's okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So we had like a pizza party, everything to like wind down. And
Mhm.
then
I remember because I left during all that to go deal with some stuff and
yep.
didn't feel like being trapped in here. This feels a little claustrophobic sometimes.
And so like this what like we all know that it was Louis that did it. Right? Or
Yeah, you like
yeah,
they're
so it's not like anything. So Louis decided to burn off some steam, and he set a fire laser type thing. He burned pizzas and then he went nuclear, and Perkins got hit with the blast. However, she is okay.
and
So he lost
And
control.
as you're giving this description, Gemma,
I'm so bad.
you
at
see
this.
Perkins just walking into the kitchen. Same the basic, black pantsuit that she's always wearing. She's got a phone up to her ear and she's like looking at like what looks to be like an iPad.
Max kinda Max took it harder than I think Perkins did. But um I think that things could have gone better. But things could have also gone worse. Um
Alrighty. We're
I
gonna take a
don't
little while to process all that, but okay.
yeah. Yeah, no, me, these words are hard. Oh, I think Brad and I are like a thing now, possibly.
And you didn't lead with this. You didn't lead
I-
with this?
And then she just goes like bright red. She's like, "Look, I wanted to get like the most. I mean, frankly, I feel like there's more important things. But yeah, we did a movie marathon. Like he put his arm around me, and I actually talked with him, and I made the mistake of telling him that I thought that he was cool. I don't know what word I used, but then he said right back at you.
Okay. But you guys haven't had the talk yet. You haven't made it official.
Let's talk.
Is it on Facebook?
I don't
And
have a
as they're
Facebook.
talking from behind you, Gemma, you just hear Bradley say, "Incoming donut," and he like walks by and he just puts a donut in Frankie's mouth and keeps walking.
Good enough.
I think we are. At least
I mean, it's usually good to clarify those things but give it time.
we
Give it
are
time.
possibly dating, but not necessarily a couple.
So not putting a label on it yet.
No label yet, but donut. And then she just
The
starts
donut.
just kind of like, oh god.
As the two of you are discussing, talking, he goes over into the kitchen. He sets like 2 boxes of donuts down, and he starts pouring himself a cup of coffee. He's having like a quiet conversation with Perkins. As that happens, he's like, "Right, give me a second." Walks over and he presses a button on like a little console. In everybody's rooms, the alarm clock goes off.
Rude.
God damn it, Smash.
Think, at that point, Condor's not even in his room, but he like pokes his head into the kitchen. He's like, "Oh, guys, you're all here. Great. The next movie's about to start.
Oh, what movie is it?
I think I'm gonna put on The Giant Claw as the next one. It's a 57 classic. Okay, so like picture this. Like global panic ensues when it's revealed that a mysterious UFO is actually a giant bird that flies at supersonic speed. It had no regard for life or architecture. It's great.
Is it okay? I'm sorry. Is this a real movie?
It sure is.
I need to watch it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he mentioned before all the movies that
Yeah.
Condor researches, or he the player researches, are all legit old movies.
I need.
It's a really good one, guys. After that is The Robot versus the Aztec Mummy.
That's a good one.
So this alarm, is there an actual like alarm, or do speakers just go off in the room?
Oh, it just goes off in the room. There's no alarm clock.
Oh,
Okay, so
nothing
I
to
don't put in
Smash.
Smash an alarm clock then.
No, you hear
Wait,
Max.
so we're just hearing him just saying, "Hey."
You hear Max saying, "God damn it," and like Max swings for like an alarm clock and misses and just falls out of bed.
Yeah, sounds about right. All right, not my place, not my alarm clock. Damn it.
Can I get a hacking roll to turn that off?
No. That would require you getting out of bed and accessing some sort of computer panel.
Max,
He's already out of bed. He just doesn't want to listen to his obnoxious alarm because he knows it plays that shitty ass music station.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Ma-
It's just an and then
No.
after like 30 seconds, he just like turns it off.
that was so rude.
You know what? Have Max text Perkins. Perkins, turn the alarm off.
And as soon as you press send, the alarm's already off. It's like, yeah, I know it's rude, but look, it's 7:30 in the morning. We're all adults. We need to, start getting up and getting active again.
Follow-up message. Thanks, Perkins. Turning back in bed, putting cover back on top of body.
He's like, next I just send Perkins in after everybody.
I'm glad I'm out
God
here.
fucking damn it.
Okay.
Ugh, fine. Max will get dressed and get out of the room.
Louis just cranks up his noise canceling headphones.
Oh, what time a day is it right now?
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's roughly around the time she'd probably get up for work anyway, so begrudgingly gets up.
Grabbing myself a donut.
So as all of this is going on, we shoot over to a slowly filling up parking lot over at Metro City High School, as it is another brisk, wonderful Tuesday morning. The worst day.
Tuesday.
Not even the middle of the week. The worst day that you could ever have, Tuesday. And yeah, we go to a one William Lawton, who is slowly pulling into the
Leighton.
Yeah, sorry, Leighton, Professor Leighton.
Don't make the face, correct him. If he did it wrong, don't make a sourpuss face.
As he slowly pulls into his staff parking spot at the school. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Now I need a purple wig. I need a
Yeah,
purple
there you
wig
go.
now.
There you go.
I need a few things. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a. Yep.
Yeah,
Getting
he gets out of his like he's a high school math teacher. He doesn't have like a ton of money, so he's got like an 06 Toyota Camry. He takes good care of it, but like, you know, it's still almost 20 years old. He's basically walking into the hallway. He's carrying a brown leather briefcase. He very much looks like a stereotypical math teacher. He has like the tweed suit jacket with like the brown leather elbow patches. He's got a sweater and an untucked like dress shirt underneath, and like blue slacks as he's walking in. And sunglasses. It's giving young Billy Joel.
As you're walking through the hallways of Metro City High, a couple students say hey to you, and a couple of like the faculty members kind of like give you like a passing wave as you're making your way to the teacher's lounge.
Make him away.
But as you're kind of like walking down the hall minding your own business, just a quick like shove like comes from like your left shoulder as you look over, and it's a fellow teacher, probably one of your closest friends, Garrett Hayes.
Oh, well, how y'all doing today?
How am I doing?
All right. Yeah. You all right?
I am perfectly fine. I have to ask how you're doing after last night. Or I should say, how do you think Laserface is doing after last night?
You know, it's fine, I'm sure. I certainly don't know who he is, but he's probably all right.
Yeah, it's all over the news, you know. Laserface once again takes down another part of the Triad crime syndicate down in the trenches.
I mean, well, you know, sometimes you gotta do what's right, and you know, if you happen to blow off some steam and throw a couple of triads off of a 3-story building, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, it's totally fine. Yeah, not judging at all. But
you sure? You sure about that? He sounds a little judgy.
Oh no judging. No judging. Why would I judge? I know what I'm totally down for whatever Laserface does. Now he's got my support 100%.
Yeah, some might say he's a hero.
Some might just say that.
Hey, you, no running in the hallway. Thank you. Slow it down.
Sorry, Mr. L. Yeah. And then back to the grind of another middle of the school year.
Yeah. Yeah, Tuesday's just Monday again, isn't it?
Monday with worse coffee.
Yeah. Well, because it's Monday's coffee.
If we're lucky.
Oh, man.
Don't pull any muscles, you know, going over the fractions and shit today, okay?
Yeah, I'll try not to. Oh, we got that basketball game on Friday.
Yep.
The faculty versus the varsity.
I am not
Not
looking...
really.
No. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be miserable. But we promised.
We promised, and I'm bringing the ibuprofen because we're that and the icy hot. We're gonna need it afterwards. Those kids are gonna murder us.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I gotta let you go. I gotta set up for another wonderful day here at Metro High.
How you keep that school spirit up is beyond me.
Coffee, lots of it. I'll see you
Hear
at lunch,
that.
my man.
And he like he just like takes a left at like the little embankment on the hall going down to his history class. And the day is the day. Going through teaching math, signing homework. Lunch comes and goes. And it's just there's just something about the day that feels off. Like you got in, things were fine. But as the day went on, something was just bugging you. You couldn't tell if it was just the kids being a little extra rowdy today because it was a Tuesday and they just got that pent up energy, or if it was your little midnight excursion on the previous night that still has you a little jittery, or what. But just something is not. It feels like you're being watched.
Say, kids, it sure is a nice day outside. How about we take our books and we go out onto the lawn for an hour. How do y'all think about that?
And basically like every other kid that would want to get out of a classroom, like lightning, they just pack their stuff up and they just rush outside.
All right. Make sure you study out there. I'll be right there with you. He's gonna wait for the classroom to kind of clear out. And he's gonna take a look around. Go through any like cabinets or anything like that are in the classroom. All right, anybody here?
I want you to give me a roll here.
Okay.
I'll let you call it. You can either make it a smarts roll or a guts roll.
Well, it's 4 dice either way. So let's
First
do this.
roll in the new system.
2 successes.
2 successes on which one, smarts or guts?
Let's go smarts.
So as you ask, is anybody there? Just for a brief moment, you see like a strange refraction of light tucked away in the corner over by the blackboard. Almost just like the Best way to describe it, like the Predator's camo.
We're going to go ahead and ask this one more time. Who's there?
Like, the individual sort of just like stands up out of the seat. You sure you want to be blasting off in here? Ruin all this public infrastructure. Not to mention reveal who you actually are.
Something tells me we're beyond that.
Not really, Mr. Layton.
Hmm.
I'm not here as an enemy. I'm here as a, let's call it headhunter. In the sense of, I have a job for you. We have a job for you.
Expound on that.
Magical Misfits, thank you for that raid. You see, my boss has surely but surely started up a sort of what you would call police force. You might have seen it on the news. Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for individuals of certain extra human talent to fill our ranks, to keep those who would try to do the city harm in check. Someone with your talents would be a huge help. Now, you don't need to answer me now. I know you got a busy math class to teach.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you see a movement up to their chest, and just a business card get laid on the table. When you have a moment, give us a call. We'd love to talk. I won't take up any more of your time. Oh, by the way, Billy and Jean were passing notes again between each other. Just letting you know.
Yeah, I saw it. They ain't harming no one.
See, as the camouflaged individual slowly makes their way out of your classroom.
He walks towards the door. He'll pocket the... He's not even going to look at it, but he's going to pocket the card. And he's going to go back out to his class.
Alrighty. Give me 1 second. And as class begins to pick up again, that but that feeling sort of just is at least relieved. Though a more nauseating concern that a camouflaged individual, possibly in some sort of military tech, just wandered on into the high school.
It's one of those situations, like, he knows he's not the only meta-human here.
Yeah.
However, it is a bit concerning, like you were saying, that someone in some kind of tactical gear was able to just waltz into the school undetected.
And apparently knows 2 of your students' names.
Yeah, that was weird. He's gonna finish up class for the day like normal.
Okay.
And then I guess once everybody leaves for the day, he's gonna make that phone call on the business card.
Okay. As you punch in the phone, the phone number, it rings exactly once before somebody picks up on the other end. And it's a different voice this time. And now, who may I say I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Bill.
Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Bill. Now, can I ask how you came across this number?
Y'all paid me a visit at work today, and I don't take kindly to that.
Oh, that Bill. Well,
That Bill.
I will have to say that I am deeply sorry for the way that my employee decided to handle himself. I myself do not condone any sorts of militaristic equipment on our school grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would I be so bold to assume that you calling is your interest in taking us up on the offer?
If it means that you stay out of this damn school?
Oh, the school is off limits whether you agree to it or not. We have no interest in hurting the kids or anything like that. Our only focus is to make sure that Metro City stays safe and sound from those with the metahuman abilities to cause a bit of chaos.
Yeah, y'all are doing a real good job with that.
We're learning. It's a new process. It's a new company.
Mm-hmm.
But we're improving every day.
So you just need somebody who's more than 10 years old to maybe teach your kids how to not blow up half a city block?
No,
I see the news.
I know you've seen the news, Billy, and
Nope, Billy is right out.
my apologies. I'm getting a little too friendly there.
Mm-hmm.
I
think can call me Mr. Layton.
All right, Mr. Layton. Now, I have seen the news, and I wish I can say that it was due to an exposed gas vein or anything like that, but no, this is egg on our face. Some of the boys are a little gung-ho with the weaponry that we've been giving them, though it's a growing pain. Sooner or later, we're only going to have top-of-the-line individuals in our employ. But I've seen your work. Seen your work last night. We can use a man like you.
Well, someone has to clean up the trenches.
I agree.
And as long as y'all don't try to stop me about it, I think we can work something out.
As long as you don't start going after the innocent civilians, we don't care. Do all you want to the crime families. Hell, do more than you want to the crime families. I say fair game on that one. But we'll send a car by this Friday. Say after the teachers versus seniors basketball event.
Yeah, I think that would be best.
And we'll talk shop then. You have a wonderful rest of your week, Mr. Layton.
You as well. Thank you for your time.
Just hangs up. And as you hang up, we cut back to the dorm. It's a boring Tuesday. Like, you still don't really understand what the hell is going on or why you're all kept here, aside from Spectre's running amok. And Bradley has been very limited on the information that he's giving you. Though you've been seeing a bit of more of his father, like the past couple days. I mean, mainly hanging out with Condor at night and them just watching movies. But during the day, he's all business. And as you all get up and get ready for breakfast and everything, you hear or Dr. Masterson call out to you, Condor. He's like, Condor, sorry, bud. We need the projector for something. Save the classics for later.
But I was just about to put on The Crawling Eye.
Yeah, I know.
Classic from 1958.
Classic movie, but business calls.
Man, business isn't any fun.
It's more of a superhero business, not money business.
Wait, superhero business. I'm one of those, I think. Do I have to come to this meeting or whatever?
We got donuts over here, pal.
Nice.
Well, it doesn't take much to persuade him.
Look, somebody
FYI,
offers me free donuts.
Louis is still in his room.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a buzzer, and it's Dr. Masterson. Hey, Louis, I'm gonna need you out here, pal.
Right. So, question: so Louis is wearing like noise canceling headphones, and he's in the middle of a video scrub because he is still hacking that hotel.
And as your noise canceling headphones don't cut it, you hear his voice just like dig into your mind. He's like, "Hey, Louis, I know you're doing something important, but I kind of need you out in the main room of the dorm. We've got something that came up."
Oh God, is this a thing now?
Because Doc Masterson's a telepath.
I know he's literally like that's what he says in his head. He's like responding. He's like, "Is this a thing now?"
It's most definitely a thing now, pal. Look, I got donuts and coffee out here. We're just waiting on you. And probably Max. I'm probably going to have to implore Perkins to get Max up.
Fine. Whatever, man. And he just like, how do I turn this off?
Turn what off?
You in my head. I'm coming.
You can't do that, but I'll back out for now. See, as you just feel him just like you can physically feel him moving out of your mind.
Yeah, Louis is not like that at all. Now he knows that Magneto has that helmet.
Get out of my mind, Charles.
Yeah, like Louis like comes out of his room and he's like, he's wearing like, like he has like racing shoe like slippers on, and he has like cut off like, sweatpants and a wife beater, and he's like sucking on a go-gurt.
Is anybody else staying in, or are they all filing out after the alarm went off?
Slowly filing out.
I think the threat of Perkins got a lot of people out of bed.
What about Max? Is Max up and about?
Good question. Good question. Up? Yes. About? Maybe not.
And so you haven't left your room, is what you're saying?
No, correct. He'd be dressed, but I think, if anything, after waking up, the first thing he started doing is writing his speech for the fashion show inauguration that he has to be a part of.
Oh, fuck.
See, one of us remembered we had a job.
As you are writing your inauguration, your door just opens up behind you, and you just hear, "Maximilian, come on, we are needed in the front room."
Oh, Perkins, you're up and about. Good to see.
Yeah, Perkins is completely head to toe rebuilt.
Nice chrome. I like it.
She kind of like looks around. She's like, "There's no chrome showing."
It's a saying, Perkins.
I'm not even wearing chrome.
It's a saying, Perkins.
Yes, for cars.
I like the new body. It looks very functional, and I'm glad they did a good job of it. It seemed to be fully operational.
As am I. Now, if you don't mind, we have appointments to keep.
Right, and what's more important than me writing the speech I'm supposed to have?
Dr. Masterson has information for us that he would like to share with the team.
Right. Well, in that case, and on that note, Max will put away his papers, stand up, stretch his frame out. His neck will probably pop as he does so, and he'll right, because we don't know each other's out of superhuman identities necessarily here.
Oh no, everybody knows everybody now.
Oh, we've had it
Yeah.
happen since. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll show up in my regular old civilian look. Then no need to transform for nothing. That's a waste of energy.
No need to rip the suit.
I mean, and then rebuild it later, right?
Yeah. And
I will end you.
yeah, every time you rip a suit, like Paige just like dies a little inside.
We rebuild it with the nano machine. Who cares? I'm kidding.
Slowly but surely, everybody pours out, and that doesn't pours out, but comes to the breakfast nook of the dorm. Again, donuts and coffee provided for everything. As everybody sits down, Dr. Masterson grabs the remote and he clicks it towards the large flat screen of the projector. And you see a drone video of the trenches the previous night. Couple individuals look like low tier like mafia goons running and taking cover behind just various uprises, like the little uprising on the roof. As an individual like walking after them. Spiffy, can you explain what Laserface's costume looks like?
You have to unmute yourself.
Muted. Still muted.
Nope, still muted.
No, I know. I was reading a thing in another channel.
Oh.
Okay. So he it's very much like Daredevil season 1. It's just like a long sleeve black t-shirt, black cargo pants, heavy boots. His hands basically wrapped from knuckles to elbows with boxing tape. And these, like, for lack of a better descriptor, like ski goggles with, then this is very important, with an elastic strap that wraps around his fucking head so that they don't get easily knocked off of his head.
Goggles.
Yes.
Proper goggles.
And you
Proper goggles.
You see what like you can only assume is like combat hobo at the moment, just walking towards these individuals, just slowly, just like cracking his knuckles as he goes forward. And then you see just like one of the goons pop up from cover with a gun and just get royally just blasted in the face with just like a streak of laser coming from this hobo looking individual. And as like this guy is like throwing back and he kind of like goes just like ass over tea kettle and rolls off of the roof. The other two kind of just, you know, throw their guns and have their hands up as they're slowly like walking back as this guy is just keep walking towards them. And there seems to be a bit of a conversation going on, but the drone doesn't pick it up. And then after about like 3 or so minutes of a conversation, he blasts both of them off of the rooftop as well. And then like he stands there and he just like looks down at the bodies, turns and walks away. And then the drone feed cuts off. So now we have that.
New villain, perhaps?
Villain, I don't know, because what he ended up taking out was, well, a henchman, but a couple members of a local triad gang.
Is he a member of the gang possibly trying to take out competition?
We don't know. We like, as horrible as that outfit may seem, we can't really get an idea as to who he is. All we know is he is at least versed in some sort of hand-to-hand combat and can shoot lasers out of his face.
This
How
isn't.
often does he appear? Is this the first time?
This is the first time we've caught him.
Look, we have a guy who fires plasma and can level a city block. Why are we worried about a guy who shoots lasers out of his face?
It's less worried about him and it's more worried about him. Antics like that is gonna start, you know, catching the eye of Spectre.
Max kind of has this blank look on his face of, and we have bigger problems to deal with. Why do we care about one isolated incident?
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
guess it's
fair.
easier to try to get him on our side and let Spectre take him. One
Yeah.
less person we have to fight.
Plus one additional person to help us with what we're doing. I mean, it's shooting lasers out of your eyes like that. It can very much be bad if they turn to be a villain.
Do you think it hurts every time he does it?
Oh, maybe.
I mean, we can find out if we want. Just take this video into the training room.
I mean, it's been a while, huh? I mean,
Max is just
you
gonna kind
technically
of.
saw it already.
He's like, look, I'm not assigning you all to go after him. I just want you to be aware of him, just in case you come across him on any of your patrols or whatnot. Last thing we need is some sort of vigilante out there just blasting everybody all willy-nilly, or a probable target for Spectre.
Well, just remember, we were all once vigilantes out there, so...
Oh yes, the infrastructure over at the dockyard still remembers those days.
True.
An
Fine.
alternative.
Just keep an eye out for him while you're out doing patrols and whatnot, especially you, Condor. He seems to be in your neck of the woods.
Oh. So, like, if I see him, should I, like, go say hi? Or
Yeah, why not?
not go say hi?
Use your judgment on it. How about that?
Gotcha.
So go say hi.
Yeah.
Can I have a copy
Well-
of that video just in case it turns out he's not on our side?
So
If
question,
it turns out this guy is not on our side, make sure you're carrying a pocket.
Rojan, like in the video that from the drone footage, was there like a frontal shot of his face?
Not of his face. It's more top down. It's like at an angle. And like when he takes the goggles off, it like the blast of laser is just blinding to where it like completely covers the face as he shoots.
Cool. Like I'm gonna like I'm gonna like take out my smartphone, and if I have to do a hacking roll, I will. I'm gonna rewind the video to the part where he lifts up his goggles,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna just like snap a shot of it,
Okay.
and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start running an image decomposition program, and I'm going to try and color saturate out the laser to see if I can composite an image of his face.
Okay there, Tony Stark.
Enhance.
Enhance. Let's
All
see.
my talents are CSI.
For
Hacking,
this,
general science,
it's gonna.
and electronics.
I'm gonna say this is more of an electronics than hacking.
Cool, that works.
So you can roll your smarts with your electronics die. So you'll roll 76 for this.
That's a lot of dice.
76.
76. And you're looking for 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Yep. 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. It's doable, but it's gonna take some time for your program to filter everything out and rebuild, some sort of a facial reconstruction.
Start a clock.
But you have a feeling that it definitely can work.
Cool. And what everyone sees is basically Louis snap this guy's, he doesn't have a remote. Louis takes out his phone, points it at the TV, rewinds the video footage, and then snaps the pic on his phone and then starts punching fucking stuff into his phone like it's a keypad. And he doesn't say anything. He's just there sucking on a Go-Gurt.
And those of you who are looking at him, you could see Dr. Masterson look to say something, and he just shakes his head and just lets Louis do what Louis is going to do.
So does that mean that we're able to leave? You're going to let us leave the grounds now?
Look, if I don't start letting you leave the grounds, everybody's going to start going stir crazy. And I don't need a bunch of superpowered teenagers running wild because they can't get out to get a little bit of sun and touch some grass.
I'm 22.
You're still
Okay.
a teenager to me, kid.
I can only lie so long to my boss. Luckily, I have some pull, but this many days without going to work is really starting to piss him off.
Plus,
Yeah,
I'm a public figure. If I stay away too long, it's irrelevant.
there's going to be some
I
If
can't
you
delay
stay away
band
from-
practice so long.
yeah,
Don't
we
worry,
can't-
I can.
we got to go back.
I can come up with an alibi for each of you.
We do have to get back to our regular
I-
lives at some point, though.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to
no,
go back.
Of course not. Be my guest. You can go out and do what you need to do today. Just be on the lookout for Spectre. Don't try to start, doing any of your powers out willy-nilly. And if you need to, take your suits.
So I can go back to the shop then.
Perkins, why don't you go with him? Just in case. I don't know if Spectre is done looking up and around there, but just in case, Perkins nods, we will give him a ride back to the office as on our way to the office.
I don't know, if you want some company, I just finished up a bunch of work. I could tag along. That way we at least have backup. I can make some excuse about finding some movie for the band or something. Someone has to want something.
I mean, I was just gonna open the shop for a normal day at work. If you want to hang around, that's cool.
I mean, Frankie, an old video shop could be fun.
We could find. I'm sure we could find something.
There's a lot of stuff to look through. Mary keeps saying I need to clean up, but I got a system.
Yeah, I think I'll go too, and then I'll probably we can do some rehearsal with Anthony later, or at least just say hi to him. It's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
been a while. It's been about a week or two at this point, right? or or has it just been a couple
It's
days?
been a couple days. It hasn't been super
It's been.
long. It's been.
Yeah. Probably have to get you guys in for some practice this afternoon, but at least for the morning we can hang out there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If Mary comes with us and she acts a little awkward around you, like, don't even worry about it. She's a big fan.
Okay.
Frankie's like, oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, talking to a fan.
Okay. So the three of you are going, or technically, I guess, the four of you, since Max is like riding along with Perkins as well, are going to go to the nest. What about Louie and Paige? Where are you guys going?
I was gonna go to work since we're allowed to. I have to go to work because I've got 2 jobs now. That
Mhm.
I've got 3 actually to deal with. I have to satisfy my boss at work
Giggity.
while prepping for the fashion show. So gotta get that going. And entertain the sleazeball that's gonna be in town. Or no, he's in town. That's
Yeah,
right.
he is
He's in town now.
definitely in town.
And he has requested my presence, so I have to play date with him at some point. So I've got a lot to balance and a short time to do it in. So
Yeah, just call
fun
Gemma up when
times.
you know when you need Heartbreak City to come in to start doing some fashion show stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and what?
She's definitely gonna get Mel's
We should
assistant.
we should probably tell Anthony about that too.
And what is Louie doing?
I'll send an email out.
Louis is going into his office because he does have to show his face every so often, even though he's mostly remote as per his contract. And then he has to go to school because, again, he's mostly remote, so he still has to at least, show his face to his professors every so often during office hours so they know he's alive.
True. Okay. So you're going to your office and you're taking care of the work thing. Taking care
And
of the
then
work
going to
thing.
school.
Taking care of the work thing. Everybody's going to work.
It's boring teenage life bullshit.
Boring teenage life bullshit. So your days, some of you, your days go as much as you expect. Step into the office, do the work, let the professors know that you're not a corpse. Though the professors, as you like make your way back, they say that they're sorry for your loss and everything, and they all just like give you very like sorrowful pats on the shoulders. You're walking down the hall. You're not really sure what's going on. You remember that Dr. Masterson said something about coming up with an alibi for you.
Yeah, I'm very concerned as to what he's told people. I'm just kind of playing along. I'm just like, thanks, not something I want to talk about anytime soon.
And they understand and they, give you your space.
And then, like, in his mind, he's like, what the fuck did that old man do? It's just
like you get, like at one point in time, you check your dorm room and there's just like a wreath like on the door, like on the front of the door. It just says our condolences.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? It's like, he's just like he just takes the wreath, it just shakes his head and just goes into his room, and he's just like, oh. And he's just like, basically, so what Louis is doing is like his computer system is basically a bug out box. Like, he literally can like break down his like whole computer system into a big ass calzone case and like bounce.
So you walk into your room. It's barren. It's been stripped.
Okay. Uh can
Like,
I guess I'm gonna have to make a roll because Louis is really pissed and he's like on the verge of like having like a fire bubble pop in his room.
yeah, because you notice that like any piece of electronic is missing. Your computer, backup systems, even the security cameras that you had installed in the room, everything is gone. And it's not like somebody ripped it out of the wall. It was taken out with care.
Okay.
So whoever took it wanted it.
So he like calms down and he just like sits down on the floor and he just basically like goes in his backpack, takes out his laptop, and he just starts running the last bit of video footage he has saved to the cloud.
It's wiped. There's a knock on your door. It's like one of your student neighbors like looks in. He's like, "Oh, Lou, you're here. Sorry for the whole death in the family. They said that you were going to be gone for a bit. I kind of thought it was like really traumatic. They couple movers came by, they packed up your stuff and said they were shipping it back home because you weren't going to be making it for the rest of the semester. It was heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get out of that situation. I don't like wallowing,
I hear you.
and I got stuff to do, term papers to write.
Look, I would make sure that your stuff showed up unscathed, unbroken, or anything. Those guys that came by were really shady looking lots. I mean, they didn't even have uniforms on. It was just, hoodies and t-shirts and wife beaters. And a couple of them had some like weird tattoos on them. One guy, looked like he had a face full of metal, but I'm not going to judge anybody by the way that they look, but if you don't got a uniform and you're starting to work, you're a moving company, I've had it happen to me before. Things just end up broken. So, if your stuff hasn't shown up at your new place or whatnot, I'd give them a call on that tracking sheet and see if they can't give you a heads up as to what's going on.
Sure. I gotta find out. Things have been crazy. I'm probably sure like, things are just held up in transit.
Oh yeah.
But at least I know I wasn't robbed, so that's a good thing. Thanks.
Yeah. Sure thing. If you need pictures of the people I got, he pulls out to someone. Is like, I got images of them and whatnot, just in case.
Do me a favor, email me all that.
And he just quickly punches in the information and sends it on over to you.
Dude, I appreciate it. Just in case, I have to find out, which movers did what.
Yeah, I mean, stuff looked expensive.
Yeah, a lot of it's custom gear. Spent a lot of time working on it.
Well, I hope it shows up and none of it's damaged. But hey, I'll let you be with yourself for a while. Do what you need to do.
Sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And Louis just like has a small tantrum. He's looking in the room. Like, is the teleporter thing that Bradley gave him still up on the shelf?
Yeah, it's still there. Thankfully
Okay.
enough, that just looks like a piece of junk.
All right. Like he's what's he gonna do? Like in his mind, he's like Masterson would have told him, all right, he's going to basically teleport back to you know, the roost or whatever the hell we're calling our
The
home
dorm.
base,
The dorm.
the dorm. And then he's just gonna just scream Bradley's name.
And he really doesn't like come running around the corner. He just comes running through the walls as he's like standing there right next to you. He's like, dude, you okay?
Did you guys take the stuff out of my room?
Does he like he looks around your room? He's like, no, it's still here.
No, my room.
Dude, you feel like you're in your room.
No, my dorm room,
Oh,
Bradley.
look, I didn't know you went.
My
Look, I didn't know you went to college. No, we didn't take anything from your dorm room.
all of my gear is gone.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, no. And all of my data on my cloud services are wiped. I can't even see the fuckers who took my shit.
Oh, that's not even. That's worse.
It's like
Yo, did you piss somebody off?
I'm very careful about leaving traces because what I do is very sensitive, professionally and personally. Someone is going to pay for this. I need a terminal.
Yeah, dude, you use one of our terminals.
No, not one of the bullshit terminals.
No, I'm not talking about one of the bullshit terminals. Use one of my terminals. Look, somebody's messing with your toys. Somebody's wiped your data. Like, I get that. You know, you got to find them. Since you guys are technically quasi living here, you know, go ahead and use the computer. I don't care. As long as you ain't trying to hack our systems, we're good.
Well, in his mind, he's like, I can't promise that.
It's like I can't promise that, but I'll be lying.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be lying if I'm gonna say I wouldn't poke around.
Like may not hack right now, but
yeah,
no promises for the future.
Yeah, so basically, I go onto a terminal and like I just basically pull in my classmate's email and I just start like pulling up faces
Just
and
running
I just
face recognition software.
if there's any in the actual system, then yeah. If not, then I'm basically going to um like in my backpack I have like, you know, backups of like high priority like, you know, software and programs and stuff. Like if the Masterson Ranch doesn't have their own thing, I'll just upload one of my programs into the system and just start running.
Thankfully
Against.
enough, you don't even have to bother with that. Is that they do have a bit of cutting edge technology when it comes to facial recognition software. So you can just start running all of that and you're pretty sure you're going to come up with something.
Cool. I'm doing that. And while I'm doing that, I also want to basically see if anyone's dumb enough to have anything of mine plugged into a network that's on the actual net, because I'm running network traces for all of my gear.
Unfortunately, none of your gear is connected or has been connected within like the last 72 hours. So whoever has your gear isn't using it. Or if they're using it, it's not in a station that is connected to the net.
All right. I am just pacing around, like waiting for programs to like give me something.
Okay.
And like involuntarily, just like basically just like jets of flame or just bounce, like you see those really cool pictures of the sun, and you see like the little plasma jets that shoot off the sun, or like the flare arcs that
Yeah.
bounce around. Like that's what's happening, like randomly on Louis's body uncontrollably.
And every now and then, like a small like fire suppression system kicks off and sort of spritzes Louis when it gets a little too hot. Like every now and then you're like just hit with like a little burst of something from like a fire extinguisher.
And he's just like he's just like, and he's just trying to calm down and to keep himself like in check. Like he's beyond frustrated at this point.
Understandable. And with Louis' stuff underway, Paige, are you catching a ride with the rest of them, or are you taking like a different car into work today?
Do I have my car here?
You have your car here, yeah.
Okay, I probably would take my own car then.
Okay.
Just to make it easier. But yeah, she would take her own car, already dressed for work. Pretty much acting like nothing happened. She walks into work, coffee in hand and everything.
And like as soon as you walk into work, you probably wish you didn't.
No.
As you just hear, now there's my gal.
Oh, fuck me. No, this guy.
Yeah. She is gonna have a moment of like, oh fuck. But put on that charm as she's like, Senator Warren, I didn't know you were gonna be at the office today.
Well, I have a lot of things on my plate now, you see. But can make
You're a busy boy.
I am very busy, but I could make I could take some time aside for a very special gal.
Oh, you're so busy. You take time for little old me?
I'd move
Are you
the
sure you
sun
can do
itself
it?
if I could.
Oh, always was a sweet talker. Well, I could talk to my boss real quick and see what he feels, and can go from there. I don't know how much availability and time you have.
Well, I have probably the rest of the day to myself. I had to make a important phone call just a little bit ago, but seems like everything is on the up and up for me, so I can wait till you have a free moment. And I was wondering if you were free for lunch.
You know what? I don't originally have any plans for lunch, but again, let me just talk to my boss real quick and see what he thinks. I have been bad. I have not been showing up the last couple of days. A lot of things have been happening, things piled on. So let me see how he feels. Otherwise, I'll catch you for lunch.
He just kind of like does just like a little nod and just wanders around the lobby.
I'll walk towards her boss's office.
Okay.
And she'll knock on the door.
It's open.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Well, it's nice to see that you finally stopped by, but I understand that things have been a little hectic in the personal life, so
Mm,
can't be too pissed at you.
I do apologize. It was so sudden.
How you
So
holding up?
I'm doing okay. I take it one day at a time. In her head, she's like, I have no fucking clue what's going on, but I'm playing with it.
He goes, well, if you need any extra time, just let me know. You're still going to be able to make it for Fashion Week, right?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, after all, I have a wonderful sponsor that got me a front row, so I want to do everyone proud, both for the company and for the senator.
I'm glad that you say that.
hmm
Has the senator told you the good news?
You mean aside from being the main model for the
I see.
event?
I see that, he can't keep the cat in the bag for too long. Yes, that.
Oh, yeah, he did. I just don't know what we're modeling this time around. It kind of caught me off guard.
Well, here's the thing. Apparently, his sister is getting into the fashion business. And apparently she's turning heads left and right. And, well, he thinks you're the perfect face for it. So you're going to be modeling one of their brands this time around.
Really, I did not realize his sister was in the industry.
Neither did I. But, he popped in one day, mentioned his sister being a bit of a fashion superstar, showed me some clips, newspaper articles, fashion articles, and all that, and seems to be on the up and up when I search her name on the internet. So, with the gratuitous amounts of money that he has donated, we have agreed to give his sister a spot.
Of course, of course. It's only fair. Just out of curiosity, in your professional opinion, how is the fashion? Does it seem sort of new, old school, different?
Very,
All right.
very new school. Very new school. Some of the things that I saw were a bit on the risque side, but made it loud and clear to him that Fashion Week is not for that. It's high class this time around. That's the theme.
This is true.
He promises me it's going to be high class that only a proper lady could wear. So,
Plus, the more risque is more for, summer and fall when bathing suit lines and lingerie lines come out. So I'm glad that it's a classier turnaround this time.
yes. Still don't know what the dress looks like. She's been very secretive on it. A bit of a diva, that one.
Oh, well, wouldn't be the first time we've dealt with divas now, have we, sir? I've got a good old charm.
That is part of mostly what the industry is a bunch of divas.
Very true. Well, I'll turn on the old Brooks charm and I'll do my very best.
Is he still out there?
He took some time aside to hang out. He didn't mention he had an appointment with me today, so I think it's more a personal visit this time around and asked for me.
It must be very personal. He's shown up the last 3 days looking specifically for you. Others have tried to help him and he just shoos them away, saying that no, only a certain gal can help him.
Well, I have been his fashion consultant for the last, is it 2 years now? So it has been a while.
Well,
so it makes sense when you're with someone you trust, and I've never steered him wrong yet.
Do you feel like handling someone like him today? If not, I can come up with an excuse for you, give you some time to, catch up on things that have been going on since you've been gone. Or if you want to just jump back into, the fray and butter him up, I feel free.
Well, he has been calling me a handful of times. I feel like it would be absolutely rude to ignore him now. I definitely want to catch up and see what is going on, and who my future clients will be, of course. But if that's all right with you, I would hate for him to continuously keep showing up and I'm sure he's not disrupting anything, but to prolong it.
True. Well, I'll let you play it by ear.
Thank you for understanding, sir. Would you like me to go with him now or later?
At your pace.
All right, perfect. I will go see him now.
As
Thank you, sir.
you walk out, you hear him before you see him. He's still in the lobby, but he seems to be talking to someone. He's like, look, I don't care what you got to do. I don't care whose arm you have to twist, whose head you have to put through a plate glass window. You get that one-on-one time with that Mr. Teacher. Take no hostages, but at the same time, take no hostages. Leave the kids out of it. Don't want any news coming up that, you know, some kids randomly disappeared or got misted or whatever. You deal with him, you talk with him, be friendly. Give him a call, have him call me. We can use a guy like him on our team. You got that? And you just hear, yeah, I got it. Promise that I won't paste anyone, won't kill anyone. I'll be the message boy this time. Sooner or later, you're going to have to put me out in the action.
Do I recognize the voices?
You recognize Warren. You recognize the senator's voice. The other guy you don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Now, do you remain out of sight as this conversation is going on? Or are you just making yourself known?
No, I'm making myself known.
All right. And as
I'm going to walk out with my charm and my prettiest smile.
As you do, he kind of turns and smiles at you, and he nods to the individual next to him, who looks like he was just stepped out of like an old like Western like cigarette ad. He looked just like full on like Marlboro cowboy.
Yep, that.
And like
that greaser boy look.
No, not the greaser, the cowboy. As he like,
I'm thinking of the camel.
Yeah, you're thinking Joe Cool. No, as he looks at you and he like just like tips his hat to you, and as he's walking out, he just like completely vanishes. As like just like this strange like mirror like camo overtakes him, and he just walks out and just begins walking down the street. You can only make like the outline of him every now and then. Again, very Predator camo like.
Is this in front of the senator?
Yeah.
Oh, this is juicy. Okay. She's gonna look surprised, and she's be like, I'm so sorry, Senator. I didn't mean to interrupt this conversation, but did my eyes just deceive me? Did that gentleman just disappear?
That gentleman did just disappear.
You must be joking with me.
It's more of a camouflage than actually disappearing, but yeah, hides himself from plain view all the time.
Oh my goodness, is this military grade? So fancy.
I guess it would be on the equivalent of military grade. If you believe the man, he makes it himself.
Oh, a scientist. Oh my, I may have to talk to him at some point, being a scientist myself, as you know.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Let me get in a room with him. Okay.
He's like, he's one of the operatives for Spectre.
Wow. My, you don't talk about Spectre too much around me. What an honor this time around.
Well, we haven't really had much time to speak since I got a bit of a leadership position with them.
That is true. That'd be lovely to talk about later, if you want to at least. Gush a little.
Of course. I mean, they're all a bunch of, good lads out there fighting the good fight against, the metahumans looking to destroy the city.
Those vigilantes.
The vigilantes are the worst of our concern. It's more the ones that turn to a life of crime. Like this.
Oh, the villains, as they were.
The villains, yes. If this were a comic book,
Mm.
the villains and super villains of the city.
Right.
But you don't have to worry
That
about
makes
that.
sense.
With Spectre here, well, no one's going to harm a hair on your pretty head.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel so much safer hearing you say that. Barfs in my mouth a little.
Just a little.
Just a little. Oh, gag reflex. Uh, she's like, well, I would love to hear more if you so choose, but it seems like we have a lot of catching up to do. I have the day free. My boss cleared it, and it seems like I'm going to be doing a fashion show for your sister.
Yeah. Little Mary growing up, got her own fashion line. I figured, who best to show it off to the rest of the world than the prettiest girl I know?
Oh, I am absolutely honored. Thank you so much. I'm even more excited now. I will definitely wow her to the best of my ability.
Well, she arrives in town in about a day and a half for now. Maybe the three of us can have a bit of a business get together over a nice meal.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Did you want to set up an appointment at all with uh Senator Armstrong at all, since I'm sure he is attending as well? To the show, I mean.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to speak to Maxie. It's been a while. Catch up. You know, old friends, fellow statesman. Just see how he's doing. See how my young protege's handling life here in the big city.
I think he would absolutely love that. You guys have this fun little, oh, what's the word? Like frenemies thing going on with senators of different states.
Oh, you know us boys, we're always in a sense of competition against one another, but it's all fun and games.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, shall we?
As he holds a hand out to you.
I will grab it.
And he,
And
as he
cozy on up to him.
He pulls you a little close and just puts his arm around like on your hip as you two walk out of the front door, and he leads you to a limo.
The most awkward way to walk.
Yeah. Does he just out of curiosity, just to sense his levels, how's his pheromone levels smelling to her right now? Are they pretty high or are they pretty chill at the moment?
It's gotta be
They're
off the
normal.
charts.
They are normal.
Okay.
So weird.
Okay.
Like, you've been
Just
around this
sparing it.
man alone before, and most of the time, he's reeking of pheromone. But at this time, he's completely in control.
Oh, she may have to do something so stupid. Because that's not normal. She may have to schmooze a bit at lunch. See if she can kick it up. Not because it's like a pride thing or anything for her, but she's smart to clock, that's not normal. Something's up. Is this like a suppressant? I want to see. Where's the limit?
Okay.
So I think when she gets into the car, she'll do the extra, because she's in one of those pencil skirts, because she wears business nice, so she's got the blouse that of course shows off the cleavage, and then she's got the tight pencil skirt on. So she'll definitely make a show of it as she gets in the limo and just feels it out.
Okay.
Hypothetically, not actually. And that's gonna be her day.
Alrighty.
Gonna need a drink after that one.
Now, and I will get back to you on what you discover throughout the lunch and whatnot. And before we get to everyone else, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, freshen our drinks and all that fun stuff. And we will be back in about 5 minutes or so.
All right, see y'all after the break.
I was hanging out with my mom a little
And
bit today.
we are back.
You're coming back to that story.
Oh, that's yes, Michael's and Hobby Lobby.
Oh no.
Oh no, a Michael's run. I still have my gift card, Corey. We need to do a Michael's
Are you
run.
sure it's got more than $2 on it? Because Target's been liking to screw us.
I don't. The past 2 Target gift cards that I've gotten for like $25, like as a gift, I've tried to use them and they only had like $3 on them.
That's the worst.
I'm so upset.
I was saying I have, now that we have a 7th player here, I need to get more like different highlighter colors to differentiate William's character. So because we all know that I love my highlighters for my notes. So
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
we'll
need
stop by
less
Michael's.
yes.
You don't sound excited enough for a Michael's run. You get
Oh,
that
no,
No,
he
it's
is.
not
up
that at
there,
all.
sir.
It's just we legitimately had one today. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm like, oh, we went today.
Well,
we're
I
going
was
again
gonna tell
tomorrow.
her the
Yes,
story,
dear.
and then we went live again. So I'll have to tell her next break.
Oh no, Michael's 2 days in a row. So
Yeah.
horrible.
How am I gonna survive?
So
The horror.
awful.
But yes.
Mhm.
Paige, launch go. You said you were going to like kick it up a notch inside the car.
Just in general, just like in the car at lunch, like
Is
maybe do a
this
little bit more
more-
hand touching, maybe activate some of her abilities to like just
That's-
get it going.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you at any point in time actually actively using your pheromone ability, or is it this just flirting?
It's mostly flirting, but I think depending on how well it goes, she'll resort to like touching him and just inject a little bit of some pheromones.
Okay.
Like get him all revved up pheromones if it's not already.
How much? Let's put it this way. How revved do you want him to be?
That's so weird to say. Oh,
Does it though?
I would. It's gonna sound so dirty, and I apologize to everyone out there. Enough to maybe get, if I am able to, get a little chub going, just to get some sort of reaction.
Okay. All right. Can you go ahead
Bruh.
and let's go ahead and say you can use your power roll with your charm roll with this.
You broke Frankie.
I did.
I just wasn't expecting.
It's not the first time he has around me, okay? I'm just
I
trying to
know.
force it this time.
Lord Almighty.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Hand on the
so
thigh, all that.
new system, who dis? So powers are 3.
So
So that's
3d6 for power,
3d6,
and then plus your charm. So
which is
5.
whatever that is.
So that's
5d6?
5d6. So a total of 8d6 that you're rolling.
Oh my god, do I need more dice? Oh no.
Oh
no.
no. The dice goblin needs more dice.
We Shadowrun, boys.
We Shadowrun now. No, we haven't broken out like 87 dice yet.
Oh, don't tempt me. I have that many.
Give it time.
Give it time. Hold on. I was dumb and only got 4 out. I need at least 8. Because that's like my max, I think. No, that's not true. No.
I refuse to believe you only have 8d6.
That's how much she has on her table.
No. I mean,
I will say right now, like those of you who can want at least 16.
Oh no, let me go through my giant
oh,
dice bag
Tam, are we gonna
again.
have to go? Oh no,
Where's
I
my
know.
brand new dice? I don't have ones of the right colors.
I totally have that many, but now I need them to match Paige.
Exactly.
Going shopping, guys. I'm going shopping.
Oh no, dice shopping.
Everyone's like, you know
Degenerates,
they-
all of you.
Fucking damn it.
which is funny because everyone out there is just like, guys, these are a thing, and I'm like, oh, but they're not my color.
All right, I'm scheduling
Spiffy, I don't
at
want to
least
hear.
another 3 hours overtime next week.
Spiffy, I don't want to hear you call us degenerates when you play Magic, and have also like collected
Careful,
the
you're
Magic
walking
cards.
on. Careful.
We just bought a box. What was it, the 200 whatever freaking dollar box, and we went ham opening up cards the other day. So
Yes, we played draft. You've literally called everybody in this chat a degenerate.
It's
Just
kind
saying.
of it's so hard not to get back into it when like pretty much everybody I know plays it.
Aether Drift
Yeah.
fucks, dude.
I've actually stopped playing competitively. I just like playing Garage Magic now for shits and giggles.
Garage
The homies
Magic is
pulling
the best.
Stupid shit out of our ass.
Garage
Like,
Magic is the
meant
best.
to be played for fun, you know.
So it's just 4, 5, and 6s, right?
4, 5, and 6s are successes.
Okay, so oh my god, I can math. 6 out of 8.
Fucking Christ. Okay. So
I have 8 dice to work with.
Rogen changing the system. The dice is still not having it.
You've spent a good portion of the day with him, and you've heard, just heard him blustering on about like everything that he's striving for with Spectre and making the city a beacon of law and a safe place for both metahumans and normal people alike, and just bringing the bad guys in line.
That's good. That's information gathering for her.
And you've been around him enough to where he's talking the entire time. Like, you're just sitting there and you're smiling, you're nodding, and you're getting free drinks and food and whatnot.
She doesn't have to lie.
But the two of you are in the back of his limo, nearing the end of the day. The work day, I should say. And as you're sitting next to him, again, just, as close as possibly can be. His phone rings, and he just quickly reaches into his pocket, one ring, and answers it. Doesn't even give it a second ring. And you begin to hear him speak to somebody, a Mr. Layton, talking about how they can use an individual such as him on the Spectre task force and keeping all the bad guys in line and what have you. And that's when you make your move, and you just kind of just slowly begin running your fingertips along the back of his hand, just pumping pheromone into him. And you have a feeling that you may be pumped a little bit too much into him because of the very physical reaction you can see from him. And he kind of just as soon as he's off the phone, he doesn't even put it in his pocket. He just throws it across the car, and he just has a very animalistic look in his face.
Oh, fuck.
You done fucked up.
Too far. I done fucked up, Aaaaaaand. Oh, fuck. She's... Okay. Well, good news and bad news. That just means he's trying to be better in control. Maybe it's not something he's taking to her knowledge. Not that he would know that she can do that, but, still. She's like, okay, he just was in a weird business place. Okay. Oh no. Trying to think. I am now going to pretend I don't see what's happening and just nonchalantly look out the window while trying to quickly emit a little bit of pheromones to calm his tatas. To don't pounce me, please, for the love of God.
Give me another power roll with your charm.
Okay.
You're frozen, Corey.
Okay. I want to blue balls him. I just want to. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, that's a 3 out of 8. That's a lot of 3s I rolled. That's not good. It's not good.
I'd like to have a friend give her a phone call.
I would like to say, I like to remind the class this is an 18+ stream.
Yep.
So you turn your head and you begin to emit the pheromones as one of his hands sort of like presses against like the wall of the car behind you.
Oh, shit.
But as you're emitting the pheromones, and then you just see like his arm begin to shudder. And then he passes out.
You give him a heart attack.
God, I hope so.
He's totally from Kentucky, right? So it's do not resuscitate, right? We just leave him there.
Yeah.
And like as like you turn and you look at him passed out on the floor of this limo, he has a very pleased look on his face.
Right.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Did he?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just clicked in 3 hours late, hon. Yup, that's yup.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love it, but yeah.
Hey, she first of all, she's like, oh thank God. Oh thank God. Okay. She's going to play dumb because she kind of has that persona where she's smart but slightly dumb bimbo, kind of look where she's just like, Senator, are you all right? You're perspiring a little bit on the forehead.
Is that what? How did I get that? I must have had too much to drink.
Are you all right?
Yeah, my apologies, my dear. This is unbecoming of a gentleman. Oh, just let me get. He's like helps himself back up in the seat. He's like, I'm afraid we're gonna have to call it early night tonight, my dear. I'm apparently a bit more exhausted than what I thought.
I swear this never happened.
And she, again, just playing dumb. And she was just like, oh, well, you did. It sounds like you've had a lot on your mind. I mean, with everything you were telling me at lunch, you're a very busy man. So completely understandable. When you're feeling better, give me a call. Otherwise, if you need anything, please just let me or my boss know. Be more than happy to help.
Of course, my dear. I thank you for the lovely day and the lovely evening.
Of course.
As he kind of like he buzzes the driver, he's like, let us drop Miss Brooks off at home. And the car kind of like turns off and begins heading towards your apartment.
Gonna make small conversation with him.
And you could tell he's a bit embarrassed, as he's not the same. He's not putting out the amount of bravado as he normally does. He's very almost tense, as he's hoping you didn't notice what happened.
No, I'm pretending. As I'm sure this car is reeking of his pheromones right now.
Oh yeah.
It's you know what? God, that's actually really bad. What kind of role should I make to stay and control myself? Since it's kind of reeking in the car right now.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be your grit and your power.
Oh God. Okay.
And I'll put a success DC on this, since this is you fighting for control. Your power is 2. What is your grit?
Power is 3.
Power is 3. Your grit is
My grit is 2.
2, so a total of 5. All right. Let's say all you need is 2 out of 5 successes in order to remain in control.
Oh God, this is not how I want my day to go. Oh God. Oh God. I got 3. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you.
So the very awkward car ride home, like is it's just the back of this limo is just full of his pheromones, and you do your best and you're able to like stay in control, but you go jolting out of that car as soon as the car stops and you shut behind him. You don't even say goodnight. He doesn't say goodnight. It's just as soon as the door shuts, car leaves.
Oh God, would I have it on me? No, I wouldn't. I would make a beeline to my room and try to find my mask.
Okay. And your mask is in
try to calm myself down.
Your mask is in the same place it always is. Like it's in the stand next to your bed.
Okay. Yeah, she is just gonna just have it on and just lay on her bed and just try to calm down. She knows she did this to herself. She didn't realize it would escalate like that, and she's like, so she's not in a good place right now. So she's just gonna
and you lay there and it takes about like an hour or two, but you slowly start calming down.
She's gonna call Mel's and just vent to her bestie about what happened.
Okay. So you spend the rest of the night talking to Amelia, giving her probably more details than she wants, but
yeah,
you know, if one friend has to suffer, so does the other. It's the cardinal rule.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was like, Tam knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is how your day goes.
Great.
So going off with Frankie, Gemma, Max, and Condor, who are all piling in the back of a limo, getting a bit of a trip down to the nest. And the back of the car is a bit awkward, is not all of you are like used to just sitting in close proximity to one another in such a luxurious automobile. And Perkins kind of like looks over at everybody who is just being all uncomfortably silent. She's like, "You know we are not going to a funeral, right?"
No, we're going to the nest.
Yeah, no, we're where's just need to stretch, I think.
Cooped up, I understand. You know, being a floating body with your spine hanging out of it in a jar of liquid for the past couple days, I can totally understand.
Yeah, that was wild.
Frankie, I don't think you told me the whole story.
So Louis, he kind of burned a hole through multiple floors in the ceiling and through her mechanical body, which we didn't realize was all mechanic and cybernetic. But yeah, it turns out Perkins is mostly a head with a spine.
Well, technically an upper body, and yes, I have a spine, but now after being rebuilt, about 65% of my body is cybernetics.
Wow.
Mostly the lower portion in one hand now.
Probably gave you the best chance of surviving that, though.
Yes, but
unfortunately,
I still question to this day that sometimes. No, I don't question. I'm actually happy that I don't have actual feeling in those extremities. Getting blasted with what would possibly be the concentrated power of the sun probably would have hurt like a bitch.
I mean, the shock alone could have killed you.
Yes. Thankfully, the only thing I actually lost in the blast was a hand. That hurt. But it is what it is. she's like, now I can just do this. And she holds up her hand, and it sort of just like folds back, and just a blade pops up out of the palm.
Handy way to
What?
carry weapons around.
Handy.
Huh.
Nice.
I would have thought you picked the the grenade launcher.
No, I still.
That's in your leg, right?
She's like, no, that's in the trunk. We still haven't figured out a actual use for a grenade launcher in my body. I don't have arms like yours, Max.
He grins. It's the shit eater grin that a fellow person who's been self-augmented would have. The grin of
The
understanding when he
cyber
kind
buddies.
of when he kind of looks back at her when she says she doesn't have arms like him, and he just says yet with a grin.
Yes, give it time. Upgrades. And as this conversation is going on, Gemma, your phone pings like 3 times.
All right. I'll definitely check that.
And it just says, hey, hope everything is good. Didn't see you this morning. We still doing band practice. Thanks for last night.
I see your face. She'll just write back. She goes, yeah, just checking in with the group. Gonna spend the morning at a video store. Welcome to join us if you want. Band practice is this afternoon.
And you get a thumbs up emoji followed by a guy saluting emoji.
All right. She'll drop a link to the whatever form of Google we have, Google Maps.
Oh my god.
To the
Goggle.
nest. To that. Yeah, Goggle Nest. Goggle Maps to the nest.
Okay.
So that if he decides to come down, he can. Anthony may join us. We'll see.
Wait, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
Said Anthony may join us.
I seriously couldn't hear you. I was too busy freaking out. But okay.
I see the internal freak out.
Yes, internal freak out. But Frankie has no idea. So. Oh, cool. I've been meaning to. I've been wanting to meet up with him again.
Yeah, it's weird for all of us to be apart so many days.
Yeah.
Usually the three of us are always together.
So, no, I was gonna say like she's probably gonna ask eventually what she was doing, like details on that, but it's not in a crowded
Not
limo.
in a public situation.
I realized I was like, we're coming. So, what kind of movies are you thinking about grabbing?
I'm not sure. I was gonna browse around and see what the nest actually holds.
Oh, we got everything.
So are you like a single story, 2-story building? What are we talking about when you say you have everything? Is it like a really good bookstore?
We're just like one room, but like there's a lot of tapes in there.
I mean, that's fair. You can fit a lot of
Yeah.
tapes in one room.
Yeah, that is fair. Do you have like, you said tapes, do you have anything like recent? And are they like just kind of formatted in tapes? Or just you have everything that was originally out on tape?
Originals mostly. Like I get most of my stock at like garage sales and stuff, and like thrift stores,
Got it.
estate sales, sometimes the garbage,
I mean, as long as it works.
right?
It's been
Yeah.
sanitized.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can see maybe doing our own movie night, or I can maybe see if something I could talk to Brad if maybe he might want to see.
Yeah, while we're at the shop, I'll like totally grab one of my VCRs and we can bring it back to the like super high tech place that doesn't have a VCR.
Wait, they
I'm sure
don't
they
have
can
a
find
VCR?
some way to plug it in.
I was gonna say they don't have a VCR.
Who would have a VCR?
They've gone digital, man.
you would think that they would have that all at least in storage.
I mean, like, admittedly, I totally didn't ask, but I snooped around a bit and I didn't find one.
Okay, I mean, probably we should bring one back just in case.
Yeah, I've got like several. So, because, not many people seem to have them today for some reason. So I like to keep some in stock.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Frankie, if you keep having these movie nights with Brad, you might want to think about turning one of the rooms to a little movie theater room in the house.
Ooh. That's a good idea. I mean, we usually have it on a projector anyway in the main living room where we usually are, but I'm sure he'll be down to convert one of the rooms into it.
I think if we have a dedicated room, it'd be better.
Mm. So, I lost what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Okay.
Meat.
Meat.
Nanomachines done.
Nano meat. And it takes a bit of time, but the car slowly pauses, like comes to a stop, and the driver sort of knocks on the window. He's like, "We're at the nest."
Home sweet home.
Well then, Max, thanks for the ride. Say, pleasure having a conversation with you. Awkwardly jumps out of the car.
Yeah.
He just laughs a little bit.
And as the three of you get out of the car, you see Mary. And she's got a very annoyed look on her face as she comes like jogging on over to you.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
You're not going to believe that. Or this.
What's up?
Douchebag Vanderhoff is here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who's that again?
The Terror Bros. The guy that keeps looking for cryptid. Yeah, he's here. He's got a couple of his buddies and, the film crew and everything. And apparently somebody called into his tip line and said they saw cryptid jumping across the rooftops around here. So he's all up at, in a tizzy, and he's got everybody, he's, got his 4 Instagram followers up in a hype.
That's not good. We got to get him out of here. Because, it's been a few days since the big guy's come out. He's getting a bit antsy.
Yeah, that's not... Wait, Frankie Dalton.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Frankie. This is Mary. Hey, Mary, this is Frankie.
Wait, how do you know Frankie Dalton?
Oh, she's like a...
My
we
brother
work
watches a lot of movies.
together. That
Yes,
too.
I'm
Yeah,
my
all of
manager.
those things.
Reached out to get an appointment at the video store for Frankie because they watch a lot of movies.
And she just her eyes just get super huge as she sort of just starts doing this and sort of bouncing up down, complete fangirling in front of you.
That being said, maybe we take this inside before other people catch that she's here.
Yeah, you're right. Back door.
Guess we should have.
We can go in the back door.
Whoa.
That way douchebag Vanderhoff doesn't see her.
We have a
The last
back
thing
door?
we need to do is be.
Of course we have
Everyone has
a
a back door.
Right on.
Condor, I love you, but you are the dumbest rich guy I know.
Yes, that'd be wonderful.
Thanks.
Like I said, we wanted to pick up a few things, and we weren't realizing there was going to be someone
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
apparently monster
alright.
hunting in the city.
Don't even call it monster hunting. He's a tool. Let's back way, just down this alleyway. And she just leads you down an alley to just the back alley door. of the nest and pulls out a key and opens it up and lets you all in and shuts it and locks behind her. And as you're walking through the back of the store, you get into the main area, and of course you see this guy, probably about 5'11", like probably spends way too much time at the gym, just very form-fitting shirt, just like the stupid skinny jeans. He's got like the thick black rim, like hipster glasses with like what could only be a fedora.
Oh God.
And just like a very trace like Van Dyke goatee. And he's standing there and he's just like flexing and hyping and everything as he's talking in front of the camera, but you can't really hear what he's saying thanks to the muffled of the glass.
Well, stay away from the window.
Yeah.
He's been doing 37 takes so far.
You want me to go see if I can get him to
Just
move?
being sure.
I can go speak to him if you want, Mary. If you want to, hang out with Frankie.
That would be really cool.
I thought you might like that. If you want to just go upstairs or something while I take care of him, I'll let you know when he's gone.
You guys want to do that?
Sure.
If you
Condor.
need help, let me know. I'm good at shooing people away.
Yeah.
Do you say
Oh,
shooting
yeah,
or
All
shooting?
the time.
It-
Shooing.
Shooting? You said shooting.
No,
I
I
heard
said
the T.
shooting.
I heard the T.
Just like, excuse me, kneecap.
I mean, it shouldn't
Also
come
not
to
wrong.
that, but there's a window upstairs that you could probably get a good line of sight on.
No, I meant shooing, like getting rid of people. I have to do it all the time for my job.
Getting rid of them. I gotcha.
Why does he think I'm gonna be killing people? Frankie, what did I do wrong?
It's fine.
And the two of you are like, she leads the two of you upstairs to like Condor's like little apartment, and like she opens the door and she's obviously cleaned up, as the place doesn't look as trashy as it does, but there is still for some reason a toaster on its side, and it's got like dried like cheese sort of like around the lip of it.
Frankie says nothing because it's not her place to say anything. she's like mental note for
And it's like she
another
walks
time.
in, she's like, thank God he set up the air fryer.
Don't knock my pizza toaster.
I mean, if it works, it works.
But as they kind of like leave you down in the bottom, and you can feel like just the annoyance sort of like slowly like building inside of you.
I think Condor goes up to the front door and takes a few deep breaths, unlocks it and opens it up and steps out. Hey, can I help you with something?
Like as you open the door and you say that, he's just like, what's up, Terror Bro? Ugh, dude, come on, you're ruining the shot. Can I help you, bro?
My bad, guy. But this is my shop.
Yeah, that's cool.
Can I help you with something?
No, we're just out here filming an intro for our video.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want you to do that, man.
Oh, come on, you got to know who I am. Terror Bros.
Right, yeah, okay. That's cool.
Bernie Vanderhoff, YouTube star.
Great to meet you, Bernie.
I'm in the top of Netflix.
Hoff.
I mean,
listen,
anything.
I don't really get on the internet, so if you could just take this somewhere else.
But dude, your shop is like the creepiest looking shop here. It's perfect for an intro.
Well, thanks. I mean, we host monster movie viewings every couple weeks. If you want to come by and watch some old movies.
Oh, you're a monster nut.
No, no, we sell monster movies. You know, we also sell like romance movies.
But you like monster
and,
movies.
Like they're okay, I guess.
So he leans in and is like, look, you ever hear anything about a cryptid around here?
No, I'm more of a Scooby-Doo fan myself.
Scooby-Doo? No, dude. I'm talking about the real deal. I'm not talking about like the monsters in the movies. Like the real
You
deal
mean like
monster.
before Scooby-Doo, like Marmaduke? Because that's like pre-Scooby-Doo.
No, dude, I'm not talking about predating cartoons or anything. I'm talking about the real deal, a real monster roaming the streets.
Oh, like live action movies.
Kinda, but more like less, production value and more ripping guys' heads off.
Oh, like violent horror movies. Yeah, we got some of those too.
He's like, no, Jim, over here. He's like, look, and he just takes out like a very beaten up looking smartphone and he presses play and he just shows you a very grainy video of Cryptid just sort of like tearing through a couple guys, like putting one into like a second story window and stomping on another one and just yelling at another guy and causing him to pass out. And then he like looks up and he looks at the camera and then like in a very like Bigfoot way just sort of runs down the alleyway.
Oh, so you're into like found footage stuff, like Blair Witch?
Yeah, it's kind of like Blair Witch, but real.
Real.
Yeah, look, I got a tip from one of my viewers that this thing has been roaming around these streets and jumping across the roofs at night, hoping to catch, more actual footage on the thing. Hey, can we use your roofer tonight?
No, man.
Oh, come on, dude. Again, you got the creepiest looking shop. It would be great if we caught footage of the creepiest creature ever from the creepiest shop ever.
There ain't no monsters around here, man. Look, I'm really into these movies and stuff too, but friend, monsters ain't real. At least, like, not like that kind of monster. I mean, we're kind of surrounded by real monsters in the form of other human beings, man.
When you say monsters aren't real, you see like a look of first like shock and then anger start to build up on him. He's like, oh, wait, what'd you say? You say monsters aren't real?
Yeah, man. Not in like a literal sense.
Look,
they are in like a metaphorical sense. But,
little dude, I know you just run a video store, but I am a God True certified monster hunter. I was a monster hunter starting at 8 with my first encounter of a witch. And then I just started hunting, encountering ghosts and driving away demons. And this monster is my white whale. I need to catch it. I need to save the people from it.
You know what? I believe every word that you're saying, and I'm sure the Terror Friends are like a great show. But
Terror Bros.
Right, yeah. Terror Bros. But man, you ain't gonna find any monsters around here. I don't know who gave you this tip, but I think they're playing a joke on you.
Go ahead and give me a charm roll with that.
Oh my god, when you said the name the first time, I could have sworn you said Turnip Bros. I didn't know you said Terror Bros. I'm like, is he seriously calling himself a Turnip Bro?
The Turnip
Bros.
Yeah, the hardcore monster hunters who by day are farmers.
I mean, who loves a turnip? Not me.
Would I add anything on top of this? Or is it just straight charm?
Is there anything that you think you could add on top of it? Let's see, what are your skills here?
Maybe level-headed? Because I haven't lost my cool yet, although I'm getting there.
I'll give you level-headed. I'll let you toss in a d6 for level-headed.
I think we're all getting there at this point.
I'm getting there, and I'm not even there.
Okay, that's not great. That's 2 successes.
2 successes? Fine, whatever. Be lame. Come on, guys, let's go shoot this somewhere else.
Yeah, hey, man, I don't want to see you around here again without permission, all right? Like, I don't want to be that guy, but you're driving away my customers.
As he kind of like just like throws up his hands like, free country.
Yeah, all right.
Private property.
I'll wait until he's not out of sight, but a good distance
He just
away.
like he goes like up up and across the street, and now he's like in front of like an abandoned building, and once again just starts trying to like film the opening to this video.
Go back in the shop and lock the door behind me. Then I head upstairs to let everyone know he's gone.
And as you come up, Mary has like 4 things in front of Frankie asking her to sign them, and she's like, wait, so is it true that you did like a backflip off of your drum set when you guys were in Germany? Is that real, or was that just something like the internet made up?
Oh no, it's real. But it wasn't off of my drum set. It was off of a speaker. And I think that was I think that was Germany. Yeah. It kind of became a small thing for a while, but Anthony made me stop. He was afraid I was going to hurt myself.
I would have loved to see
She like signs everything.
I would have loved to see you do that backflip. I mean, you're so cool. You're like one of my heroes.
Oh, I don't say that. I should not be a hero.
No, but you
I mean,
are.
I just play drums.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Hey, so like crisis averted for now.
He's gone? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be gone like forever. He's probably gonna come back, but I don't think he believed me. What I like told him monsters aren't real.
Hmm.
That
There's a
dude,
little monster in all of us, right?
he tries. That's what I was telling him, like a total metaphorical thing. But the dude didn't believe me. It's like, nah, man, witches and shit.
Nah, man, witches and shit.
Eh.
I mean, to be fair, that's, you know, a good synopsis of like the intro to every like ghost hunting show out there. Witches and shit.
I'm just glad he took off when he did, because patience, wearing real thin, that voice, you know, of the real monster in the back of my head is like, let's show them monsters. And I was like, nah, man, not in public.
Another time.
I mean, we all have that voice in our back of head that makes us want to throttle someone every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except mine, like, sometimes becomes real and eats people or something.
But also, I don't think we know that Mary knows.
We don't, so we keep trying to cover for condom.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, I completely understand. Like that's one of the reasons why I had to quit drinking. It's, you know, the monster would come out and
Whoa, wait. You've got one too?
I mean, every like we said,
Everyone has
metaphysical,
one.
everyone has one.
It's all metaphorical, though. No real
Mary comes
monster.
over. Mary comes over to you, and she's like, "You know what would be funny?
What?
If you give him a close, like, up and personal experience with the monster. Hold him back.
He shouldn't go around beating people up. That's not
hold him
okay.
back.
That guy looks like he hits the gym
Like,
a lot.
Don't let him eat the poor guy, but you know, maybe give him that found footage experience that he wants. Hell,
That would
maybe
kind of be funny.
maybe steal the video camera and like hide it up on the abandoned water tower.
Oh, no, there's an idea. See, he's
Gemma and I are
over
just-
at that abandoned building, like a couple rows down. I could just like hide in there and then jump out at him while he's doing his stupid little intro.
I
Dude,
mean, it's a lot of effort to go through to get a costume and stuff to be able to do
no,
that.
seriously, Cryptic can sneak up
Costume.
behind him, get like super close to the darkness and just grab him with his giant claws and pull him in. And as the rest of his like douchebag friends run in, that's when you steal the camera and run off with it.
Oh, that sounds great.
But make
we
sure
should do that.
Make sure the camera is off so it doesn't capture anything.
Yeah. I like the way you think.
People for you guys are just like sitting there like with the shocked looks on their faces, like what the fuck is happening?
Oh, what are you talking about?
I sounds like an elaborate costume to make together
Yeah.
for a prank.
Costume.
No,
He doesn't need a costume.
Her eye twitches.
Oh, okay. I think I get it. Everybody here knows. It's cool.
Okay, about cryptid.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Okay. But
So if
Okay.
it's cool with everybody, if you just want to hang out here while I go make this guy pee his pants, like I'll be right back.
Have fun.
absolutely.
Okay.
I can, and I think Frankie is also going to start stretching because she's like, I have to do a backflip now.
Oh no.
Mary is asking me to
Oh, no.
saying that she would love for me to do it. I have to do a backflip now.
Seeing her stretching, I've probably seen the stretches before some shows, and then we're moving things out of a space so that she has room to land.
We don't have to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm interested in cryptid doing the thing,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I'm just saying that like she's like in her head of like, okay, but like she wants me to do a backflip and I have to do this thing now. It's a thing that I've decided.
All right, so
Okay.
how are you going about this, Condor?
So I think because I don't want to be seen coming out of this building as cryptid, I think I'm going to employ my teleportation ability and like let cryptid out at the same time I do the teleport, so I'm condor in one spot and then boom, I'm cryptid in the next spot, and going across the street so I can go around behind the buildings until I get to the one that he's doing his intro in front of. Then I'll make my way through that building to come up behind him as he's filming.
Okay.
And once I'm behind him, I'm just gonna slowly reach out so the people holding the camera can see like my eyes glint in the darkness before these long clawed fingers just reach out and grab Bernie by the shoulders and pull him in.
Okay, go ahead. We're gonna make this a brawn and power roll.
That's a little better. That is going to be 5 successes.
So your eyes glint in the shadows as like the claws slowly start coming out, and like the guys like with the camera are like, bro, and he's just like, dudes, come on, we got to maintain a bit of professionalism here. Like, no, dude, bro, but behind you. And he's like, there's nothing. And like right then, claws grab him and you wrench him in, and he just lets out just this ear-splitting scream as he's pulled into like the building.
And I think I'm gonna drag him around in the darkness of this building while I'm kind of growling and snarling the whole time, just to freak him out a little bit more, maybe get his friends to come in here too.
Okay. Like you start dragging him through, and he's kicking his legs, and he's like trying to swing at you, and he's like hitting nothing but air as he's just screaming at like the top of his lungs, just help me, it's got me. And like a minute later, you hear his friends running, and they're like, "Hold on, bro!" And they coming in, and like you can hear like one of them like huffing and the clambering of the cameras. They still have it on as they're like trying to catch the footage.
And I'm going to use my teleportation again to then appear behind the one that has the camera. And I'm just going to reach out and grab onto their arm and pull the camera out of their hand.
Okay.
And then once I have the camera, I'm just going to lean in real close to their face, like inches away from their face, so they can clearly see me, and give them a good growl before just disappearing.
Okay. I need a. We're gonna call this another brawn empowered to teleport and grab. It's more of a control to see if you're gonna be able to teleport without pulling Vanderbrook or whatever his name is with you.
Fair. That's going to be 3 successes.
3 successes. So you let him go, and you teleport right behind the other guy, and he quickly turns, and as he does, you grab the camera, wrench it from his arm, get like just like inches away from his face. He goes ghost white and passes the fuck out as you run off with the camera. And those of you upstairs just see giant ass cryptid like just running from the front door and down the street, just like almost like football cradling the camera.
And I think
roll to not pee yourself.
I think actually what I'm going to do once I get outside, it might be hard to do this and not break the thing because, you know, cryptid's long, spindly clawed fingers. I'll wrench the SD card out of the camera, assuming it has one.
Okay.
I might end up breaking the camera. If I do, that's fine.
Go ahead and let's make this a smarts roll.
No. Nope. That's no successes.
No successes. So thinking as Condor, but with the body of Cryptid, you kind of turn it to the side. You go to wrench the SD card out, and you just shred the entirety of the camera as it just goes flying into bits and pieces all over the street. Though you do see the SD card now laying there.
Well, I'll pick up the SD card, leave the rest so that they can see it in the street when they come out of the building, and then I go back to the nest.
Okay. As you go back to the nest and all this is going on, we cut to the limo with Perkins and Max.
Okay.
Maximilian, I don't really have much on our itinerary at the moment. Being in pieces and everything, we've pretty much used the most of Dr. Masterson's alibis, if you want to call it that. As far as the staff and the people of the city know, you had a family emergency, and you flew back home for a couple days.
Very well.
Work should be light, but we still have to make an appearance in the office to let everybody know that you're still in one piece.
Makes sense.
Unless there's anything that you need to take care of, or any calls you need to make or anything, it should be a light day.
Good. I plan on using the rest of it back to the lab.
You're too far away from the thing, hun. You're cutting in and out.
I was saying, good. I plan on going back to the as we do.
You're still cutting out. I hear good. I'm planning on to.
Yeah.
And then
You know what, guys? Give me 1 second, and I'll fix this. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna speak directly from Zoro's mic. I'll be right back.
Wait, you're gonna speak in my cam or my thing?
Give me 1 second.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
You know, I should really find my other Yeti and just.
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec here. My apologies for this.
Here, I'm just gonna.
Yep.
Just gonna.
Oh my god, the illusion is shattered.
my immersion.
Technical difficulties, love it.
myself.
Yeah, please mute yourself, please. There you go.
I also don't know if anyone has noticed, but HP Fox is wearing his shirt from the nest today.
He is.
Condor.
He is. He usually does.
I know. I love it. I was just filling time, okay?
We can hear you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
super.
we can hear you.
Okay, good. Yes, so, considering Perkins was saying we had a late itinerary today, Max will definitely just look at Perkins, nod, and say, well, after the recent events, there's some glaring issues that I need to go back to the lab and address.
Issues? What issues?
Yes. Well, first things first.
Okay.
Issues.
I was like, I don't think he got that far.
No, I didn't get that far.
Awkward pause.
Well, he just kind of looks at Perkins, he nods, and he says, well, first things first, a glaring issue when it comes to dealing with high voltage and electrical currents. I don't appreciate having my entire suite just turn off in that type of situation. Seconds, I think we can just save for once we're not somewhere too public.
Of course.
But after what happened to you, I think we need to put in some contingencies into effect.
Contingencies.
Yes.
Huh? Maybe it is time.
He nods.
And
I don't like it more than you do, but...
And you make time at the office. You greet everybody, and again, light work day. You do know that, like, as the days progress, you're going to have more and more meetings as people are going to want your attention now that you're back in the city. But you're there for probably about 3 or 4 hours, and then you make your way to your company lab.
Very good. Yeah. So, accessing the basement, I'm assuming, because any self-respecting anyone will keep things underground, obviously.
Any mad scientist, he keeps everything in their basement.
I mean, look, harder to access, harder for things to break out.
Plus, they have to go through their mom.
Exactly.
No one wants to go through mom.
The ultimate form of security, mom.
Well, I mean, in this case, Perkins, but yeah, close enough, right?
Okay. And so you get down into like the basement and sub-basement of the lab. And the team that you have like specifically picked in order to like do research and maintenance on your nanomachines are down there, and they're already waiting for you as Perkins made the forward call.
Very good.
And
all right. Nope, go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, coming in, he'd probably have his typical, I don't want to say showboaty attitude, but very in charge attitude as he walks in, claps his hands together. All right, everyone, we've got work to do.
The scientists all there like just quickly nod. They know better than to say anything to you because that's just going to get a speech out of you. So they just quickly like get you set up on like the specialized like chair that you have, and they begin running diagnostics on your body, making sure that everything is as it should be and up to optimal levels, making sure that the machines are working.
Yeah, and it's not just... Oh, go ahead.
And one of the lead scientists there is like, sir, is there anything in particular you want us to look for while we're running this diagnostic?
2 things I've noticed, and it was somewhat expected due to their functionality, but I still don't appreciate it, and we need to patch that ASAP. An extreme and severe weakness to electrical currents. I don't appreciate getting disabled just because somebody stuck a fork in a power outlet.
Well, we have always known that's a glaring flaw in the system. is that your nanomachines cannot handle large pulses of electricity or electromagnetism.
Well, I was thinking of finding some form of way of getting maybe an outside layer that would be a little harder when it comes to having currents go through it.
Hmm.
Anyway, food for thought. You guys can figure that out. You're the eggheads, not me. Second thing, bigger issue.
Yes.
As you know, and he points to his chest, right? Where the, I guess, pump / AI brain of the entire shtick is embedded in his body. I need this thing to be able to make a backup. If the worst were to happen, well, something almost did happen, and I don't need that to happen permanently.
You're talking about the ability to make another you.
I'm kind of talking about the ability to back myself up, yes.
Well, if we want to ignore all sense of ethical violations and the whatnot, we most definitely could get to work on something like that.
I don't want multiples of me running around. One is enough.
Oh no, no. This would only activate at the time of your passing.
Exactly.
Well, I would be lying if we hadn't said that we haven't been fiddling with the idea, but we haven't really brought it up to you or to Miss Perkins as, again, massive ethical violations if this were ever to be discovered. But it shouldn't be too much of a hassle to be able to create some sort of resurrection protocol inside the machines.
Again, I don't care if I lose 24 hours in the process. It's not so much about that.
Well, we'll aim for 24 hours, but any initial tests that we've done say that can range from anywhere from 24 hours to a full year of time.
Well, aim for 24.
Oh, of course. We will aim
a full year of time.
We will aim for the least amount of time lost if in the untimely matter of your demise.
Again, regular backups should help avoid that.
Yes, we will program your core to send backups every 12 hours.
He nods and he says, all right, simply with all the crazy things that have been happening around town these days, one can't be too careful.
Of course. Just stay seated. It's going to take us a bit of time to get this programming right and make sure that all of your machines are working correctly. But all in all, we should be able to fulfill at least some of your requests. The installation for the machines may take some time, and it's going to definitely take some research, but you can definitely begin enacting and building some sort of Phoenix protocol, to call it, if anything were to happen.
Appreciate that. And do me a favor. I don't care how you do it, but find the equivalent of that for Perkins. Can't afford to have her biting the dust either.
Sir, Perkins is on mass storage. If one Perkins unit fails, we have another ready to go within 5 minutes.
He nods, but you can see that he doesn't like the idea of losing, like, what he considers his quote-unquote original Perkins.
Don't lose the original.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fine. I don't like it, but better than nothing. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Keep up the hard work, huh?
Of course, of course. Do you want a movie or anything to watch while we work, sir? It's going to take some time.
I got to work on my speech for the gala, but let me put it to you guys this way. Make it 12 hours like you said. I'll double your end-of-year bonus.
Oh, we can make the backup. We can make the backup 12 hours. We'll aim for 24 for a loss. But who knows? Maybe we can get it to where you don't experience any sort of loss. It's going to take a lot of work and a fuck ton of luck, but possible.
Why have you guys here? You guys are the best. Like I said, double the end of your bonus if you guys can make it happen in one way, shape, or form.
We will try, sir.
You know, it's
Perkins Unit 01 has gone berserk. It's eating the angel.
why is Perkins Unit 01 equipping 4 grenade launchers at once right now?
Because fuck you.
Right. All right. He nods, and yeah, you'll see him close his eyes as he's just gonna start working on his speech.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll just be silently mouthing the words on loop, on repeat until he memorizes the entire thing, basically.
Okay.
Which will probably take him hours, considering his poor intellectual capacity.
So it's around this time that we cut back to William. Your drive home. You know, most teachers after a hard day's work listen to, you know, talk radio, oldie station, whatever. You've got a police scanner going in your car. As you just start picking up, you know, police banner radio chat. And as you're driving, like, you hear you hear a police call in of a possible monster sighting / metahuman assault in the trenches. And they give an address and location not a couple blocks from you.
What time of day would you say it is?
Around this time, it's about 5 when the call comes in.
He's gonna find a place nearby to park, and he's going to do his innocent civilian routine, and he's going to just park his car and walk down the street.
Okay.
When I get down there, like, what is left of the situation?
So you see that there is just a destroyed video camera, like strewn about the sidewalk and the streets. Chunks of it kind of just like in places, but you could see just like these massive like claw marks just like dug into certain portions, and something of great strength just obliterated this camera. There is a couple police cars and an ambulance a little bit down the road at an abandoned building, as like 2 people are being brought out on stretchers, like ghost white. They've got the air like over their face, but they just have like just this panicked look in their faces, like just sheer horror. And like the 2 other people are in like crisis blankets, and they're giving like a pretty much a statement to the police.
I guess I'll just try to eavesdrop on that police statement as best I can.
Okay. Go ahead. How close are you getting?
As close as the whatever crowd is around here will let me.
Okay. Funny enough, this being the trenches, most people don't even show up for a situation like this. This is just a day ending in Y. But there are a couple looky-loos, and the police do have the little yellow wood barricade around like the crime scene. So you can get pretty close, and you can hear one of them say, we were just here like videotaping our bros YouTube channel, you know, Terror Bros, great place. You know, you should totally watch the videos, like and subscribe. It helps a ton. But we were doing our thing. We were over at that video store over there first, but then, you know, this nerd came out and he was just, you know, get off my property, you guys suck and everything. So we came across here, thought this building looked creepy. We started doing the intro, and this huge fucking monster just appears, pulls dude inside. He starts screaming for help. You know, we go in, we try to look for him, but it's dark as fuck. I'm froze. And next thing we know, he's behind us. He snarls at one of those guys. He passes the fuck out, and it makes off with our security camera. We want to file charges. That video camera costs $200.
File charges against a monster.
And like the police officer's like just writing this down. He's like, "You want to file charges against a monster?" He's like, "Yeah, that fucker owes us money. We'll take him to court." And cop is like, "Yeah, sure. Good luck with that." Just a monster just appears out of nowhere, and you think it's gonna just show up to a court summons. Yeah. Like, he kind of like motions over to like the ambulance. He's like, "Take these two with you, get a psychic val on them. I think they're all just, you know, on drugs or some shit. None of this makes any sense." And like both of them just like sort of like look shocked as like they're just dismissed, and they're just led into like the ambulance. And
Oh, man,
like
these-
the cop just looks back at you and he's like, "Monsters."
These kids today, what will they think of next?
If you ask me, it's too much of that goddamn YouTube.
I mean, you heard them. They were shooting videos for the YouTubes.
Exactly.
Like,
And, you know, more than likely they like knocked a couple back and, you know, probably smoked a little bit before doing their video thing, and things got out of hand.
hey, this never would have happened if they were in school like they were supposed to be.
Right? Kids these days, I swear.
I swear.
It was better back in our day. He kind of just like walks over and he starts like just like picking up like the wooden barricades, and he's just like throwing them into like the back of like the truck. He's like, "This ain't a crime scene. These are just a bunch of dumbass kids."
Yeah, for all we know is just they're just gonna use this news footage as part of their whole YouTube thing
Oh
later.
shit, this is gonna be like that Blair Witch shit, isn't it? It's like they're gonna go on the forums, they're gonna start posting about shit, and all of a sudden it's gonna wind up and it's gonna be some guy in some shitty costume.
Of course. It's
Fuck.
always a guy in a shitty costume.
Fuck me, I hope they didn't record this.
Well,
Just like walks off into his car. He's like, "Oh, you have a good day, mister," and he gets in the car and drives off.
you too, officer. Bill's gonna look around as
Fucking
everybody kind of like starts to clear out. Are there any like open stores on this block?
There are a couple like pawn shops and liquor stores and whatnot, but most of the buildings on this street are abandoned.
Hmm.
And then you see
Not
the
important.
nest.
From the outside the nest, can I see like people inside the nest?
Yeah, you could see a couple people like in like the store itself. Two individuals like in red shirts. And how well does William follow like music trends?
Not at all, dude.
And then two like you can assume is like punk rock girls in there.
Okay. Considering there's no one really else around, he's gonna go into the nest.
Okay. And as the group here is like going through videos and listening to Condor's suggestions for like cool movies and whatnot, a little bell on the door rings as William walks in. Gemma, for a moment, you think it's Anthony showing up, but it's definitely not Anthony.
Oh, the disappointment. That hurt. That hurt.
Oh.
Whoa, a customer. Hey, man, welcome. feel free to like look around and stuff. If you're looking for something in particular, I might be able to help you.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you could help me find something. So I'm a teacher at the school, and my kids did really good at their midterm. So I was here to pick up a movie for them. Um, I'm trying to pick between the man with the screaming brain or the man with two brains. Which do you think was better?
Oh, both are phenomenal, but if you want to go down that route, I suggest the Brain Eaters.
Hmm. I mean, these are high school kids, but we do have to kind of watch the rating on the movie.
Oh, fair, man. What about the thing that couldn't die?
I'm intrigued. What's
It,
that one about? I mean, besides the
it's
obvious.
it's pretty much just that. It's super obvious, but it's great.
All right, all right. Yeah, can I go ahead and get a copy of that? And say you wouldn't happen to see what all's happened down the street down there, would you?
No.
No. All right. I figured I'd ask. There was a kind of a hoopla, and
A
this
hoopla?
is a hoopla. A hoop. Come on, I'm not that old.
I think I get what you're putting down, man, but that's just like every day in the trenches, you
Well, it's the
know?
Yeah.
trenches. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Some damn kids talking about a monster or some shit.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, the Terror Friends. Yeah, totally. I know about that.
Oh, the
Yeah, there were some wannabe YouTubers around, but
Yeah, like they
yeah.
were trying to film my shop and stuff, but like they didn't ask for permission first, so I had to shoo them away, like privacy and stuff.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. I wouldn't want some damn kids filming outside my establishment either.
Yeah, especially not kids that are gonna go around like breaking stuff. You see what they did to their camera? Not cool, man.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I only saw 3 of them, but hey, there could have been a fourth in some kind of rubber costume or something.
Yeah, maybe like that weird internet stuff, man. People are into some freaky stuff.
Fair enough. How much do I owe you to rent that video?
Oh, I don't know, like a buck or something.
All right. I'll have this back to you Saturday morning. Does
Yeah,
that work?
whatever, man.
All right. That was pretty chill place here. I might
um,
I'm right
I,
down.
I was gonna say, Hunter, is this how you normally do the I was going to ask like Condor if that's how he normally if people rent videos from the store. They don't.
Oh,
There's
we
no.
don't normally have this many customers, man.
Explains a lot.
Mary nods. He's like, this is probably the first paying customer we've had in probably about 3 months.
Ah, that sure is a shame.
Right?
You act like we weren't going to pay for a movie.
It's I don't know, man. Video stores are a dying breed. Just love places like
Not
this
enough
though.
people like loving these tapes these days. Everything's digital and you know, upscaled 4K. Nah, man.
And as this conversation is going on, Louis, or
Possibly
Azrin,
muted.
Muted. Possibly
Azrin,
muted.
if you're answering me, you are muted. Healer?
Maybe he stepped away.
Maybe he stepped
Maybe.
away.
Okay, well, I will say what I'm going to say because this is where we are going to end for tonight. But Louis, as all of this is going on, your program that you were running to like unblur the laserfication on the drone footage ends. And as it ends, as the program ends, you can just see a clear shot of an individual that even in the hobo costume looks like well, you might know him, seeing as how you like. Did you guys establish if you knew each other?
We didn't.
You didn't. Very, I'll say it's a familiar face, but you're not one that you're necessarily sure of. But you get a full-on look of the face behind the laser, and that is where we are going to end for tonight.
This was awesome.
This was awesome.
Snap.
Yeah.
We're slowly getting the new guy into our gang.
God, it's so bright in here.
Oh, my eyes.
Ah, flashbang.
But yes, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Flashbang the door. Every coming up here on Monday, we are going to have another episode of Destiny Forged. It is our longest running show here on the channel. Currently in its 4th campaign. So that's going to be kicking off tomorrow night at 7:30 Pacific time. On alternating Tuesdays, not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday, if you're keeping track, will be another episode of Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that is run by Tiltbot. Totor. On this upcoming Thursday, we will have another episode of Tricorn Isles, which is another 5th edition D&D game that I run. Alternating Thursdays, we have Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect style game that Zoro runs. Coming up this upcoming Saturday is going to be our alternating show, a Bridgerton inspired mini adventure of The Downfall of Propriety, which is a D&D game that is being run by Malls, it is their first time behind the DM screen. And on the alternating Saturdays, you have us here first starting at noon Pacific time for Withered Waste, which is another 5th edition game that I run. And then starting at 8 o'clock, you have us here for Vigilant 6, which we are now in a brand new, I'm not going to say brand new system, but we updated the system that we were running. So, it's going to be interesting getting the hang of all of it, but it seemed to work out pretty well for like the pilot. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah. And if you missed any of this show, or you want to catch up on any previous campaigns, catch up on previous episodes, one shots, holiday specials, all that, you can find all of that over on our YouTube channel. But for now, we are going to head on off. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you later.